Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. I said that kind of fast, didn't I? Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. It is another Monday, another beginning of the week, and another trucking session. Always a delight, these trucking sessions. I love them so very dearly. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole deal. We're gonna be trucking today. It's gonna be good. The usual affair. All right, yeah, let's get to it. Well timed. It would appear there is an ad in progress. Well, that's good for all the folks who don't have subscriptions so far. All right. Hi, everyone. Hello. Right. We're going to probably go straight into the games. I don't think I have anything necessarily to announce today. Nothing outside the ordinary. I've yapped on about the VODs channel so much. There are still VODs going live, thankfully. In fact, actually, yeah, you know what? I'll yap by that for like a little bit. Let me have a gander here. What's going live right now? You know I gotta. Ooh, yes. Last couple episodes of Outer Wilds will be going live soon. We have episode 6 of Outer Wilds has gone live today. And we're gonna have 7, 8, and 9, I believe, is the finale. That'll be coming out hopefully very soon. Next couple days, give or take. Is there... Hold on, I gotta check the actual studio dashboard to see exactly what's coming up after that. Let's have a gander. Let's have a poke around. Oh, I think that's the last thing scheduled, actually. The Outer Wilds finale, part 9. Yeah, end of November. And then it was straight into December's streams, I believe, at that point. Oh, no. Jamboree number 5. The Euro Truck Simulator Jamboree. Yes, of course. No thumbnail for that one yet, but there will be very, very soon. And then once that's uploaded, it is straight into the December lineup, and then into the January lineup, and then February. And once that's all done, I mean, we'll be up to date. Streams will just be like out as they happen, kind of, sort of ish. That's exciting. Very, very cool. I absolutely adore the tool that I've built for this. I've yapped about this a couple times, but it's so good. It's so good. These VODs would not be out without Vodular, my Vodular tool. It's so goddamn good. What do you mean 2 viewers? We're starting a little slow today, but that's all right. Yeah, we're driving in the truck. I'm excited. Yeah, okay. VODs channel, you know the deal. We're going through a whole bunch of backlog at the moment, trying to catch up to current day VODs, because I took a whole, indefinite break from uploading VODs back in late July. Yes, when my birthday jamboree happened, and then I declared, yeah, okay, uploading these VODs just takes way too much fucking time. So... yeah, that is now back on. We just have to get through backlog and then we'll be up to date. Fantastic. It'd be nice to work on some other stuff for the live channel if possible. I mean, it's mostly just VODs right now, but if there's something else I could do on the side for it, that could be interesting. Don't know if I got a note for the stream tonight. That's interesting. I definitely pinged all the usual channels. Fascinating.
It's time to drink water.
Oh my goodness!
It's time to drink water.
That's right, it is time to drink water. Oh, my volume is too loud. Let me turn the volume just a tiny bit. Also, my cat wants to leave. I'm gonna let my cat out real quick. She's staring at the door. The cat has been evicted. No more cat. Cat time is over, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's time to drink water. You know the deal. You have yeah. If you have water with you, you should drink it. And if you don't have water, you should go get some, because water's good for you. Is that like 3 different accents? I had no idea what the hell I was saying. I spoke faster than I was thinking. Yeah, let me say hi to everyone. Hello, Red Cinder. Hello, I hope I pronounced that correctly, by the way. Hello, Lime Fox. Hello, Crane. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Soblo. And that is everyone. Yeah, hi, everyone. Everyone in chat, anyways. Also, hello, Lurkers. Always good to keep y'all in mind. I may have gotten a peak invite, so I've been told through a Discord ping. That's funny. Not playing that today, but... Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. Neato. Good to hear. Apologies if it takes me a while to get used to that. Is Cinder a good shorthand, I wonder? Good to check just in case. In the meantime, let me launch the game. Yeah, chill. Let's go. So I'll boost the socials one more time. And we'll get right into business. I love the Stray soundtrack. It's so good. All right. Thankfully, we are starting late, but I do already have my wheel hooked up. As for why I'm late, I was eating dinner. That was very important. I had to eat dinner. We'll let the game boot up here. In the meantime, how's everyone doing today? How are we feeling? Hopefully a good Monday. And even if it hasn't been, well, now you get to watch trucking for like 2 hours. Which I hear can be a comfort stream for some. Delightful if so. Are in a truck? Crazy. Exactly. It's time to eat dinner. A bit spent, but for good reasons. That's good, that's good. I did get a little bit of productive stuff done. There's a college assignment I've been putting off for like months that I finally got to today. And it's now just like out of the mind, which is good because it was due today. We're getting an eat all the dinner redeem. Yeah, I just empty the fucking fridge. Everything in there. Just eat an entire meal. I'll be real, I speedran my dinner. I didn't even have that much in the grand scheme of things, but my stomach kind of hurt afterwards, so I'm very glad that's not a thing. Good, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I am doing quite good, yes. Hello, Holly, I believe. Yes, I think. I hope. Apologies if I got it wrong. Oh my goodness! Thuria, thank you so much for the tier 1. Holy shit. Gifted total of 27 subs. Fucking hell. Appreciate the hell out of that. Let's have a gander at the chat real quick. When are we getting the eat all the dinner ready? Oh yeah, sorry, I already read that one. I'm cooking an omelet while listening. That's awesome. Omelets are fire. I don't have many omelets, but the few I've had have been very, very good. Like stuff with egg in it. I haven't actually had that much stuff with egg in it. Insert that one voice clip of that German child talking about soda, drink cola. Yippee! Exactly. Water is all the dinner you need anyway. I don't know about an all liquid diet. Some have tried. I'm sure in some cases it might be helpful for clearing the system or something, but generally I'd be careful. All right. Game? Oh, shit. It would be helpful if I actually had the game capture set up, wouldn't it? Let's just get that on screen. Slight blunder, but we ball. Right. Where am I, for starters? Let's actually get in the driver's seat. I think I'm back in North Germany from the Well, it was a Monopoly Jamboree, but we ended up playing Truck Sim at the end of it, and I'm pretty sure I started in North Germany. And I did reset that save because I was like, I lost so much fucking money in damages. It was terrible. Yes, I do believe this is the middle of nowhere in Germany. Tell you what, let's go check out that business. We'll just take the first job we can see. Be helpful if I actually... My parking brake is on and everything. Okay, interesting. Is this a maintenance stop? Why am I at a maintenance stop? I don't remember. Oh, I think this is just like where it placed me on account of game data changes. Very expensive Shenzhen. Shenzhen for far too much. That clip's so fucking good. Yeah, actually, I was talking about it with friends. I said it during the stream, I think, as well. Like, that stream is going to make such good video content for sure. There's no way it doesn't. I'd like it if I had all of my wing mirrors, actually. What was that? Okay, that's interesting. It would appear that pressing F4 just closes the game immediately. That's a new feature. I've never seen that before. Okay. I guess I have to launch the game again. Yeah, Alt's not required. It just, you press F4 and it just closes it. I was trying to test the function keys, see which one of those turns on my mirrors again, and I got fucking blasted out of the game. Horrendous. All right, let's fix that. There we go. We'll try that again, shall we? Maybe I'll get to level 20 today. 10 stream streak! Appreciate the commitment very much indeed. Okay, we're gonna try F5, not F4, because apparently that's an evil button and we do not want to press it. No, not F5. Oh, it has put me right back where I was though, so that's nice. Passenger side mirror. Yeah. Only an interior. Only an interior. That seems fine. Yeah. Good. And my ignition. And we're back. Right, we're gonna head over, whoops, onto the right side of the road first. And then we're gonna check out this oil company and see what they've got of interest for us. Press F4 to win instantly. Huge. Function to turn on the mirrors is Windows Control Alt Shift L. So, funny thing, because I've like switched my Linux distro since, I don't actually have the config for this set up right now, but I did on my Linux setup have that bound to launch OS. I'm not joking at all. I would show you right now for the bit rather than just tell you, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't have it anymore. It is truly sad. I do need to rebind it. Another evil key, F24. Good thing I don't have F24. Oh god, what the hell is that? Okay. Got out of a weird spot there. That's fine. Should make a bind to open Overwatch. Evil. Just bind it to like the W key or something. Every time you go forward, it launches another Overwatch. So I find funny that F24 is a real key. Like, what do you mean there's an extra 12 function keys? I've been aware of this for a while. Most keyboards don't support it, but I think it is just like a future-proofing kind of thing. That's how I understand it. Open all the Overwatch. Yes, exactly. Fill up a lobby just by spamming W. It's perfect. I remember crashing into that before because I didn't realize there's going to be a train passing through. That was unfortunate when that happened. And we're good. Right. Off we go. What the hell am I taking again? I didn't actually look. What's the button? F1? Yes, I have slight damage, but we're okay. 18 tons of motor oil to Dusseldorf. Sure. Can do, buddy. You're giving me like 10 grand for it, so why not? The only key I need is the Yuri key for lesbian behavior. That's real. I think in my case, I would just like launch a signal chat with my girlfriend right away. That seems like a good way to do it. I need to be in this lane. Oh, it's going green now. Who cares? Who needs friends that I can 5-stack with myself? Just that excellent of a player. You can just take all the enemy team just by yourself on alt accounts. Shoot, you know what? I don't know if I have that much to discuss today. Let me think. Anything of interest happen? I did open an anonymous ask, like, inbox yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I was gonna say the other day. Yesterday. Yeah. I don't have the link on hand, but I did post it on Blue Sky and Fetty and the like, so you can find it over there. It's somewhere. Search through my posts. Shitload of my replies have just been responses to the many, many questions people have sent in. Like, I did not actually expect that many questions. Or, yeah, I didn't expect that many. There are literally pages of it, and it has been quite an effort to keep up. And not all of them were shitposts. I've had a harder time responding to the shitpost ones, because at a certain point, you run out of steam to reply to a whole bunch of shitposty messages. They're fun for the first while, but then after a while, it's like much easier to answer actual questions. No red light offense, right? Just about. We're fine. That's true. That is the link. Thank you. Found out GitHub as a YouTube channel. That tracks. Don't see why they wouldn't. Some developer updates, stuff like that. There's a good reason for them to have one. I am my own competitive team. That's huge. Their GitHub channel is so bad, though. Oh, really? What's it like? How bad is it? What are we talking? All their content in the past few months is Copilot slop. That is tragic. Minor spelling mistake. Yeah, but an LLM wouldn't do that. That was a real, authentic, you know, sapient spelling mistake right there. Be proud. Making typos like the good goddess intended. Brother? Okay, cool. That's fine. You're not doing a silly move right now. Thought you were about to, like, merge into my lane from the other side of the road. Microslop, as you would call it. Exactly. Oh, thinking of it, a lot of the stuff that I could talk about lately has been, like, I don't know, there's been some political stuff going on. Ordinarily, I would talk about it, but I don't think I have the steam for it today. And also, I don't normally go as far as, like, war, you know? I talk about, like, more economic stuff, because that's a little bit easier to digest. But, my god, yeah, there's been some shit happening. Oh, wait, I do need to be in this lane. Whoops. I didn't know BMW made trucks. It would explain the lack of indicator use. That truck did indicate for what it's worth. I just didn't know how far they were going. And also, the indicators aren't that easy to see in daylight sometimes. This is in BMW buys DAF. I'm fucked. I mean you? What? What do you mean? I've been indicating. Maybe I'm missing some spots, but I do try to indicate. For merged, for like lane changes, I don't always. Like if there's no one nearby, I don't really bother sometimes. The melody is indicating. True. Sometimes actually, death. Sometimes what happens is I'll click the indicator on, and then it just turns off because I turn the wheel a little bit too much in the other direction. That might be what you're seeing as well. Hello, Folux. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, yeah, the Monopoly VOD. I think I was talking about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, that is, like, it has to be made into a video, right? Like, there's no way it doesn't. That shit was so fucking funny. That was an amazing stream. I really enjoyed that. Definitely on the cards, another Monopoly stream in the future, 100%. Not, like, too soon, because I do want to keep the streams fresh if possible. I didn't have my headlights on. That's concerning. Yeah, I want to keep them fresh if possible, but, you know, it would definitely be nice to do another one in the future. The way I kind of want to go about it is I would love for there to be some sort of an overarching narrative. So my process is likely going to be I go through the full VOD and I take, like, notes on major events that happen, and then I do an initial writing pass where I write it into, like, something of a short story, and then I try and expand on it by going back into the VOD at, hopefully I timestamp, hopefully I remember to timestamp the different events that happen, and I can, like, collect more details to see if I can sprinkle in more jokes or details without it being, like, too laborious. Another interesting thing is going to be the visuals. That's going to be an interesting challenge for me. The peak video on my main channel was also a Jamboree stream, and that one was easy enough on the visual side because it was, you know, it's peak, it's very vibrant, it's very colorful, there's a lot of stuff going on. It was made more difficult because I decided I really wanted tracked subtitles for everything, like hovering over people's heads, and that shit's not cheap to do. That took, I mean, in terms of just, like, raw time, I think it took, like, 70% of production time, I want to say. No, probably in the 60 area, to be honest. It was over half. That much is certain. Like, I spent a long time working on tracked subtitles. It was worth it. I love how they look, but fuck, that takes effort. Like, you really understand the value of hiring an editor when you do the editing yourself and you do the kind of shit that an editor would do, you know? But yeah, so, well, in that game, there's super vibrant visuals I can kind of lean on. Rich Up doesn't really have super flashy visuals. It's a fairly static board. Like, stuff is happening, but you kind of have to be paying attention. It's much easier to pay attention when you're actually playing. So it's definitely going to have to be a game that's, like, heavily narrated. And honestly, I don't know if I mentioned on stream, but I would probably be in a position to, like, hire on some artists just for, like, sketches, like sketch panels. Nothing, like, super clean and tidy, like, that would cost way, way, way too much. But, you know, if I could get artists to do, like, a whole bunch of panels and slides and stuff, that would be very, very good. They'd make much more interesting visuals. And I could probably end up reusing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, if I get, you know, sketch panels for the more complex interactions and poses, kind of animatic style, honestly. And then for the majority of stuff, we'll say, I just get, you know, simple enough, maybe even like chibi style character, like single poses, basically, done for everyone who is participating. And then I can do, like, various, you know, motions, tweening stuff on those. There's options. There's options. It's going to take some planning, though, for sure. It'll be fun, I think. It'll be a fun project. Hopefully I have time, because, you know, college is still a thing as well. But I've actually been handling it reasonably well, like, better than I expected. I was hopeful at the beginning of the semester, but, you know, you never know until you're actually in it. But we're, like, nearly halfway through the semester now, and I'm above water. I'm doing okay. So I'm kind of excited for that. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that the video should be really good. It should be really fun. It may take a while. Give me like, honestly, give me a month of padding at least. I haven't even put stuff into editing software, so it's, you know, gonna take me a bit. And chances are, I could do DaVinci Resolve like I did for the Peak video, because I already have a workflow there, but I am eyeing up Kdenlive right now. I don't know if that would be a fantastic choice for embarking on a more, like, ambitious project. I think I should maybe try and keep it to simpler stuff. But that said, I mean, that's kind of how I started to get decent at using DaVinci as well. Like, especially with the Peak video, there were so many challenges wrangling my workflow to work in DaVinci Resolve that... Because, like, for background, I used to be a Premiere girly for ages and ages and ages. I haven't used Premiere in all of the time I've run RE Melody, but, you know, previous years I have used Premiere, and that was my kind of software of choice. But Adobe is shit, so I was happy to move. But that doesn't mean it came cheap. So yeah. I've been thinking about Kdenlive as a full replacement, because then that's like, goddamn, most of my setup kind of revolves around open source software, which would be really, really sick. Like I possibly have like Blender for compositing, like more complex effect stuff, and then Kdenlive for the basic cut editing. Like, I got options, and if I make my setup more modular, it means, you know, things are more, you know, it's more modular, it's more swappable. I won't have a case of like, oh, DaVinci Resolve sucks now. Well, now I lose a shitload of the, of like critical parts in my video editing pipeline. This really sucks. I would stay pretty afloat kind of regardless of what happens, so I'm pretty excited to try that out. We'll see. I almost spit out my water during that stream twice. Monopoly is too much for Robot Girls. The way we play is so fucking funny. We have a particular vibe when we play that game, which is kind of why I'd elected it to be a Jamboree game. It was kind of a no-brainer, given how our group works when playing that game. Yeah, I'm really glad people enjoyed it, and I'm really glad it went as well as it did, because it's entirely possible that it might not have. Like, it might have just been a dry day. That's kind of a risk I take with every Jamboree stream, to be honest. Anyone like my slaloming right now, by the way? I'm doing crazy tricks on this road. I'm going so far over the speed limit. Oh shit, Doodle's not moving. That's true. Hold on. Let me fix that. This has happened a couple times now. I don't understand why it's happening. I fear there might be something a little bit wrong with my capture or something. It's very strange. Hold on. You didn't see that. Hello? Can I have a cursor, please? Yes. There we go. Cool. Don't mind that. Okay. Let's easy on the wheel. There we go. We're back. Cool. Yeah, someone yell at me if Doodle suddenly freezes again, because that's definitely something I'm going to need to fix. I swear that only happened in cases where my PC is overloaded, but I turned down my graphics settings again. My PC isn't struggling nearly as hard as it was before. Kind of bizarre. No video now. Yeah, of course. Yeah, let me use fucking, what, Sora or some other shitty fucking AI video tool. Yeah, that'll get it out tomorrow. Hi, Julia. Hello. I just saw you in chat. Good to see you. Peem stream. It really was. It was so goddamn good. Are you driving like an Albertan Dodge Ram owner? And I'm hauling 18 tons of motor oil. Rally Doodle. Need to put a fucking racing helmet on Doodle. That'd be funny. I'm weirdly under speed. Was that just like a particularly strong incline or something? I think it might have been. Alright, we'll keep here because I have to turn off at the next right. Cue some New 4E Rally House or something. New 4E based. Huge New Fori reference. I haven't listened to nearly enough of New Fori stuff, but everything I have heard has been like super cool. New Fori is sweet. Make sure I can see you very, very clearly. Okay, Chan, I'm gonna go refill my drink. Not water, I'm sorry. Get silly while I'm gone. No water? No water? What's the fucking point? Ooh, income. 1.8 grand from Chris A. Well done, well done. I think a 400 came in earlier. We're gonna have to keep a tally here, actually, because I started tonight's stream with 35 grand, but I'm gonna be getting like 10 grand off of this job, and I've been getting a whole bunch of money as well from my other drivers, so it'll be interesting to see how much I actually make. We thinking like 5k? Or sorry, not 50k. I'm thinking maybe a 50k is possible, depending on how much they pulled in. Maybe just a little bit under. RE capitalist. Listen, if I get more money, I can hire more people. I can grow the business. More of us can truck. It kind of works out when you think about it. Oh. This is a single lane. I cannot... Well... I can't legally overtake them. But there's a little bit of a shoulder there I can cling on to. What else is shaking today? Actually, here's a question. Does anyone here have experience with Kdenlive? I'd be very interested to hear. Because I looked into some videos of folks who do use Kdenlive. And it was a little while ago, so I don't remember a lot of the details, but I definitely would like to get more opinions. I feel like it often comes down to editing style as well. Like one video in particular I saw, that light was green and you were just coming at me. I don't know what the fuck you were doing, to be honest. Yeah, one of the videos that I saw, someone like had a lot of great experience with Kdenlive, but their editing style was also like wildly different compared to... Hold on, I really don't like the lighting. I really liked what I had before. Yeah, they had a very different editing style. They edited very different kinds of videos with their setup, and I'm like, it's very cool what they were doing, but it's not what I'm looking to do. Ultra shadows. Interior shadows. Far shadows. High light visibility range. My poor computer. Yeah, that looks pretty. Delightful, delightful. Now Aridoodle's gonna freeze up again. Whatever, it's clear. We'll just keep going. Took me a moment to process that. The UK government does adverts on Twitch? They do? Huh. If I recall correctly, corporate adverts are like not allowed from like on UK broadcasts. I don't know, does Twitch fall under that? And I don't know, does the government get an exception? But I could have sworn that was like actually illegal. Assuming that that criteria doesn't apply. Hi Rin, welcome back, welcome back. Give me the security check. There we go. Thanks very much. Thank you kindly. Oh god, those are some bumps. And here we are. Okay, this should be doable. Also, to make up for not getting water, I ate an apple. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, apples are good for you as well. I should eat more apples. We do have some apples around. I could definitely do with eating some more. Okay. See how easy you can do this. Come on. Come on. You can do it. No, you can't. God damn it. Okay. Let's try this. Lean way in that way. Oh god. Okay, easy. Maybe this will work. Man, this parking sucks. Okay. You can deliver stuff indoors now? I think that's been available for quite a bit. These kinds of drop-off points. Yeah. They can be interesting, but I don't know about fun. Sometimes the indoor parkings are a real pain in the ass. It's very cramped here. Okay, now we do the big turn. Easy does it. Oh god, what the fuck? Oh god, I'm hitting some shit. You see my right side wing mirror? I'm hitting some shit. I really hope I'm not stuck. Okay, we're good. We'll reverse from here. Oh, fucking really? Let's try this. This should be much easier. Brother, really? Okay. I need to find a new angle here. And I think I know what I gotta do. Let's try this. See, I remember last time I came in here, I had to go like over there, and that was much easier to do, because then I could just reverse in through the door. And I could finesse it pretty easily, but now this is kind of tight. I'm wondering if I just skipped those stupid things, could I... Is there a way around the back there, actually? I don't know. Maybe there is. Hold on. Worth looking up. Chat, I don't know if there's a way back here. Yup, I might have just wasted a bunch of time doing that. Alright. That's fine, we ball. Yeah. I hear you. Oh, fuck. And I'm tired. Truck, could we fucking chill, brother? I'm moving, I'm going back. Okay, let's do this. I was really hoping I could pull around the other way, but I guess I can't. God, this is so close. Currently smacking my head off of that hut there. Okay. Easy does it. Okay, chill. Fucking hell. It's a good thing I got 13 hours to do this, right? Okay. Let's try this. Easy. Yeah. We'll get there. Relax. Okay. We're gonna go this way. Man, reverse parking into that area is the worst. Not a big fan of this facility. love that I could get around there. It doesn't look like that's really a thing that can be done. Okay, that does look far more achievable though, for what it's worth. Okay. This ought to be interesting. Okay. Yep, chill, chill, chill. Oh, am I stuck? Yeah. There we go. You can do it. Quit fucking yawning. You're on the job. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, that didn't work either. Jesus, this is hard. I am so stuck against something again. Ah, my God, bro. I can't believe I have to do that. That's such a crazy maneuver. How? How do you even do that? I don't understand. Maybe I go in like at this angle? I kind of... Oh, fucking trailer damage. Piss off. Okay. I'm gonna try this. Stop yawning! You're on the fucking clock. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. I bet you I clipped off that tiny bollard over there. Come on, please. Go in. Oh my God, I'm cutting it so fine. Okay, yeah. No, dude. Okay, hold on. I'm not stuck. But it does not want me to move. Okay. Oh, fuck. That is... Ugh. Quit yawning. Pissing me off, bro. Uh-huh. That's not happening. No. I gotta... Come on. I really hope I'm not stuck on something over there. Oh my God. Fuck. Oh, fucking hell. Come on. Once more, please. We can do this. My wheel is not happy with me. Okay. Here we go. It's possible. It's happening. I have no idea how long this has taken me, but it took exactly way too fucking long. All right. Now we just ease it in. Good grief. Yeah, if only they could move this stupid forklift, that would save me so much trouble right now. Among other things. Do not fall asleep on me right now. We're not doing this. Good grief. I never ever want to go here again. Excellent grace. Good. I did get a lot of XP out of that, for what it's worth. Okay. 22 tons of precast stairs to Luxembourg. Sure thing. Where is my camera? There it is. Honestly, I'm just going out this way. I swear to God, if my trailer gets stuck. It bumped, but we're okay. I am absolutely going in this way this time. Oh, fuck. Have I already taken the job, too? Because I'm still tired. I completely forgot that I was tired. Okay, hopefully it's not like a high pressure, like, oh, get it here soon job. There's a rest stop right up ahead. We'll be okay. I see the loading area. Gently ease it in. Whoa, gently, gently. That's way too much turning. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ooh. Close enough. I just realized I could have just spammed X and it would have gone in. Whatever. We ball. Okay. Stop yawning! Actually, PMO right now. I am getting to that rest stop. I don't care how long the stop's gonna take. I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna disobey traffic laws anyways, so... Right. It's one of these. It's one of these. I need to go in the right lane for this one. Ivy, how do you think you would have handled that park? Can Bird do it in its sleep, or was that also just like fucked? Okay, let's get some nap here. Let's get a nap. I think I would have just flown off. Fuck this job. Okay, 10 hours. I still have plenty of time. We're okay. Why are my indicators still on? I've generally gotten sick of hearing the sound of my truck's own, like, reverse signal and everything. That's how bad it is. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Jesus. Hate this place. Mods, read Ari a bedtime story. Fucking great. Okay, we're back on the road. Fantastic. A very sleepy bird, and she was flapping her shit crazy style and went to sleep in her nest. The end. Who up flapping they shit crazy style? Right, where the hell am I going again? There's 20-something tons of, like, some stairs or whatever? Precast stairs to Luxembourg. Sure. You betcha. Do I just go? No one's there. Ordinarily I wouldn't, but... I want to go. What is going on over there? Can I drive there? It'd be really interesting if I could drive around in there. No red lights, no headlines. True. The headline being that I crashed into a small family of 3. Very pretty game. I've mentioned that a couple times, I think. It is nice just like going for a nice little drive and appreciating the nature around. Do I want to go this way? Yeah, I want to go this way. The thing is, Harpy Logistics is so fast that light gets all fucky and red becomes green. Right, yes, of course. What is it? Doppler effect on the light waves. Yes, I believe so. It hue shifts. That's what happens. What's that to my left? The question mark area. I'm gonna assume that's probably a recruitment agency, but it's possible that could also be like a small business or something. Who's to say? Lucky thing with the Monopoly stream, actually. I've mentioned a couple times about like how I encode my streams. I use like a constant quality profile, basically. So things that like various streams that have like lots of small moving elements, small detailed moving elements, like this game, will generate like, I think it's like 12 gigs of footage every single stream that I do. Not ideal, but you know, that's why I buy hard drives. And for any content where there's not a whole lot of stuff moving around, so say, I don't know, basic desktop capture, or like if I was writing code or something, that stuff would take very, very little space on my system. So like the Monopoly streams, I think that the Monopoly segments, I think total like 3 gigs roughly. And then the Euro Truck Sim stuff after that totaled out at like 9 gigs or some crazy shit like that. So for the sake of drives, given the current hardware shortage going on as a result of AI developments, I may need to start just doing like coding streams just to save on data. Oh my god, that tilt was something else. I am going way over the speed limit, to be fair. I think I mentioned during the Jamboree stream, actually, there was a question of me streaming on stream.place, which is like streaming service for that runs on @proto, which is the same like protocol and system that, or the same ecosystem that Blue Sky operates on, and a whole bunch of other apps. And I've been interested in the prospect, but I haven't thought that my gaming stuff would necessarily be a fantastic fit on there. Most of the time I see development streams and stuff on there, and I think that's what the general crowd there is used to. So I'm thinking if I were to go on stream.place, I would be doing some kind of dev stuff, or maybe even behind the scenes stuff. I feel like Twitch for gaming makes a lot more sense for that particular thing. So I don't think I'd migrate all the way, but it's certainly an interesting idea to keep in the back pocket, you know? I've, in general, not taken a great deal of time to, you know, research what works and what doesn't work on there. I haven't interacted much on stream.place at all. I just realized how low on fuel I am. I am, like, actually extremely low on fuel. Did I pass a fuel stop at some point? Oh, there's not another one for a little sec. I can maybe run off, like... Oh. Oh, no. Maybe we can glide. Maybe we can glide. I'm just gonna keep holding the accelerator down. And maybe we can glide. I don't know about that. If this goes downhill, maybe. Okay, I'm at least on a level plane. That's helpful. Uh-oh. I'm gonna turn my hazards on. Oh god. Oh, fuck. Even if I make it to the fuel stop, I'm gonna have to be so fucking careful to make sure I can actually get there. Oh, it goes uphill. I think that's a slight incline. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Go into neutral, stops engine braking. Sure. I see it on the horizon. You see the minimap? I might be able to make it. It goes downhill. It goes downhill. We can make it. Chat, we can fucking make it. Oh my god. I am going all the way over to this lane. Holy shit. This is going to be close. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. So careful. So careful. You need to move. You need to fucking move. You need to move! You fucker! Oh my god. Oh my god. Please, 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 please. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me... Oh. There's a truck already there. I can't even fuel there. It's right there. It's literally right. Can someone bring a jerry can over? just enough to kickstart. Oh. Get out and push it. Yeah. Do I have to call tow to that? I swear to God if I have to... Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Oh my god. Wait. Hold on. Why am I stuck on something? Yes! We're so fucking back! Hold on. Okay. I am absolutely not getting cooked on the fuel pumps. Oh my god, bus, get out the fucking way. Get out the fucking way, bus. No! You piece of shit! Get out of the spot. Get out of the spot. Get out of the spot. Right fucking now. I swear. Okay, hold on. Where? No! Get out of the fucking spot! Oh, wait. Maybe it's possible. Oh my god, there's another fucking truck in queue. No, we're not doing this. We're not playing this fucking game. Let me over there. I want the fuel. No! You are... Wait. Afternoon? Oh, I've taken truck damage. Oh my god. I've done it. I have successfully refueled. Let me get my... Let me get my trailer back. The guy just looking at me. Thank you for your patronage. Wait, no. I was the one who was patroning. Thank you for the service. I'll tip next time. Oh, my god. Note that emergency refueling cost me like 300, by the way. I was like 2 feet away. They literally could have just gotten a guy out with a jerry can, topped off just enough to get my engine running, and I could have just gone over and fueled properly. Unfucking believable. Well, that was fun. We had a little run-in with the locals. I don't think they're gonna allow me back here again. But that's okay. Because there's a job that needs doing. This is not legal. This is a totally illegal overtake. Yeah, they were staring at me shell-shocked. Oh, dear. That's also a clip, I think. That's a good one. Right. I swear I was talking about something else before I completely ran out of fuel. Oh. I've played this game before. Wait. Is it fine? Does white mean it's fine? White means it's fine. Everything is okay. Evening. My brights were on, apparently. You should park on the train tracks. It could be funny. It could be funny. That is an interesting point. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal. Smile. Oh, good grief. Okay. I love ad breaks. How does Ivy not have a sub? How has this been allowed to occur? I don't understand. It ran out. Fuck, that sucks. Summon the Julia. She's... She can't just constantly top up Twitch subs, guys. She's already given the stream so much. Julia! It didn't even land on Ivy! Thank you, Julia. I appreciate it. 5 fucking gifted. Oops. This is bird erasure, I think. Good grief. Thank you very much, Julia, for the 6 gifted. I appreciate it immensely. No more ads. There will be no ads watched during this stream. No, sir. We're not playing this game. Beautiful clip name. Art Julia, who art in Twitch chat, gifting be thy game. Oh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. $1 whole to Ari. It's true. Welcome, Saint C. Welcome, welcome. You know Julia is just refueling to make you chug. I am terrified of this, actually. You know what's occurred to me? Perhaps going this fast over the speed limits on roads I've never driven before is a suboptimal plan. It's worth considering. Okay. Oh my god! Ivy, thank you so much for the Prime! Hype Train level 2! We're so back! We're so back! Indeed, Hype Train! We're level 2 in this shit! Ain't that exciting? Thank you so much! I appreciate the fuck out of that. We're on a level 3! Yeah, it was level 2 we completed. We're on level 3 now. Oh my god! Well, minor trailer damage sustained. Honestly, I'm more impressed the truck didn't sustain damage. Oh, hey, you see those bends up ahead? It would be really funny if I just went like 130 down that bend right now. The spaghetti road. Who designs a road like this, though? Like, what's happening here? And the speed limit's 90? Brother? What? How does that make sense? I got 60 on a straight a bit earlier. I'm getting 90 on this? I'd die. My truck would be in pieces. Our customer expects delivery very soon. Well, it's a good thing I'm 6 minutes away, right? Chill, relax. Me when I need to crash my truck because hype train. Realistic physics mod with speed in the rain would not be your friend. Oh god. I'm pretty sure you aquaplane in this game in the rain anyways. So yeah, that would be really, really bad. Get a move on! Get a move on! I'm in a rush! I gotta deliver this package! I got a load that needs shipping! Rally truck, huge. Alright, just in here. I've never been here before. Where the hell am I? Oh, this is Luxembourg. Surely I've been to Luxembourg before. Yeah, some of these roads are completed. Suppose I haven't come from that way, maybe. Big old patch of dirt. This should be pretty easy to park. Wow, just like leave it in the middle, huh? Sure. I'm gonna fucking tuck. Truck! I'm gonna truck, not tuck. Transform so they're gonna go outside. Oh dear. Excellent. Fantastic. 1 grand. Oh, that's so close. We are so close to leveling up to master. All right, what else we got? Ooh, to Calais, huh? Sure, we'll go to the France area. That is France, right? Is there not something in between? Pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, that's just like France. The border's here. That's France. Cool. Oh, it would help if I went over here, actually. Let's just spam X. There we go. Oh, it's nice and sunny. What in the world? Hold on. Oh, it was in A12. I didn't reset my gears. I was probably burning the truck out with that. What's my mileage? 12,000 kilometers. It's, you know, she's gotten some drives. She's gotten some rides in. May we never have to retire her. She's been very good to me, for what it's worth. Through thick and thin. Also, the brand is just funny to say. DAF. Can you tell I just remembered how to use the zoom button? Right. You know what? I'm going to do a very quick glance around here, actually. I'm sure I'll have time to do this. Yeah, no, I've already skipped the red, whatever. Lol. Me when I follow through with a traffic violation. Hooray! A hype chest! I can't open it because I'm driving, but that's cool. And he's back to coding a stupid project for no reason? Pray tell, I'm curious. How stupid is thine project really? As long as it's not an AI startup, you're probably fine. Okay. Volvo dealer. We're just gonna go in here just so it's discovered. There we go. Bada bing. You know what? Actually, fuck it. While I'm here. Probably wouldn't hurt. Oh, not configurator. No. Service. 1 grand? Yeah. That's fine. God, these wheels get worn fast. My cat's at the door again. I suppose it's that time, isn't it? She'll cry to go out for a while, and then she'll be gone for an hour, and then she comes back, and then she meows again. She does this a lot. Right. Do you have a steering wheel controller, by the way? I do. I do indeed. If I recall correctly, it's a Logitech Driving Force GT. It's quite nice. I mean, certainly for the price, like, it's pretty good entry level. And I got a Facebook Marketplace for the cheap. Well, reasonably cheap. I don't recall spending too much on it. And I don't think I was employed yet, so, I mean, if I could afford it then, it's probably pretty affordable. Oh, I'm not doing that, no. It's yellow, which means I can still go through. Lovely, a recruitment agency. Delightful. Shit, you know what I just realized? With all of the... what is it? With the new money I'm accruing, pretty much the only thing that I can spend it on is more employees. But we have a full garage, and I can't upgrade it anymore. So I'm actually gonna need to get a new garage pretty soon. Shit. Ain't that exciting? We might have that by the end of the stream. We're only like an hour and a bit in. This looks pretty. 3 slot, yeah. This looks nice. Just in the Luxembourg area, you know. It's pretty. I like it. Oh, you're writing a static sites generator. It can currently make HTML, H1 and H6s, paragraphs, and links. Huge. Very cool, very cool. The original concept for my own websites was a static site generator. I would... Whoa, okay. I would hand roll most of the HTML, but I would use like a templating format for building the music link pages in my music discography. Those would be generated because that's more dynamic content. I was thinking of it for a while, and I wanted to write it in C because I'm insane. But eventually, I determined I'd get a lot more interesting features if I made it like an actual dynamic site, not a static one. So I ended up doing like a whole backend in Go, Postgres database, and the rest is history. Nowadays, it has a whole fucking admin panel to it, which I would not have had if I had done the static site generator route. The only reason I'm making my static site generator is because there's like nothing for ASCII doc files. I imagine Markdown, but slightly different, but more standardized. Interesting. ASCII doc. Have I heard of that before? I'm not sure. I just started one this weekend after being fed up with Zola and Hugo using Claude. Honestly, I'm down with more options being made available in the open source world as a result of AI seeping into everything. I'm very down with that. Hello to Diffuse. Welcome, welcome. I need to use both of those. Are they AI now? I've seen a lot of projects where it's like they suddenly have Claude or what's the shittier one, Copilot. I've seen a lot of projects with those two credited on them. To give some credit, I think in most cases it's like they're involved in like issues or PR reviews or something. I don't know how often they're actually writing code and making the commits themselves, though I would be very wary if they were, personally. At the same time, I've also heard, like, on the other side of the fence, like, it's not a crime for an org to at least experiment with using LLMs in their stuff. Like, so long as it is in just, like, a small few places that's very easy to manage, very easy to document and whatever, like, it's all right, I guess. But personally, like, if it were entirely up to me, yeah, I just wouldn't have AI involved at all. I'm not going to crucify a project necessarily for having 1 or 2 commits. If it's a project that's majoritively LLM written, then I'm not interested, because it's probably no good as a code base. It's probably horrible slop. But yeah. Don't let Microsoft hear you say that about their baby. My Microsoft 365 actually finally cancelled. Like, it ended just the other day, hilariously. I used to get like a year's worth. I'd get like the annual plan to save a little bit of money. But with just how much Microsoft has just upset me in general, and the fact that I'm not even on fucking Windows anymore. Like, I don't use OneDrive. I don't use Microsoft Office. I switched to LibreOffice a while back, and I've not looked back. It's been solid. But yeah, as a extension of that, I was like, well, I'm certainly not going to be fucking paying you every single year for a service I don't use, so I canceled it. And now I officially give Microsoft no money. And I'm delighted about that. Because hilariously, at the same time, I actually pay KDE more now in donations, and I'm infinitely fucking happier with that. This is what happens when you... That's unfortunate. It's amazing what happens when you make a product that isn't shit, you know? Yes, I know, that's very unfortunate, but I really hope you are able to move. Because otherwise I'm going to have to do some awkward navigating around you. Oh, what are you doing? You're reversing into me now? Are we good? Yeah? Okay, yeah, we're back. We're back in business. We're fine. Push it gently. Yeah, a little love tap. That's kind of the problem with LLMs. They never document how they use it, so now everything that is not committed by an LLM agent becomes sus. Yeah... That's another thing as well. Like, it's a concern I have. There's a project I'm embarking on with a couple friends that we would really, really like to open source, because it's going to make development like so much easier, and there could be like an ecosystem around it and everything. Like, it's really exciting stuff that we want to work on. But we are pretty fearful of the idea of someone just coming in with an LM and not being forthcoming and honest about it. We might not mind it if they are forthcoming and honest about it, so long as they know exactly what's been done. Like, if you say, oh, I just, you know, it saved me some time, but I knew exactly what this particular patch I wanted was, this just does it, there you go. I can go like, okay, sure. You know, I can be as opinionated as I want, but if you got the job done and you know what the fuck it was, then that's pretty solid for what it's worth. So, you know, 1 code review later, and I'd probably pull it in. But there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't be anywhere near as genuine, and that I'm not a fan of. That's a concern for me. I was going to redo my site so it used, like, Mako or something. Static site generated by Alexia and some other Fedi goobers. Mako. I don't think I've heard about that. Interesting, though. But, like, Mako is limiting and it's markdown only. Ah, that's unfortunate. Funnily enough, for the project I was just talking about, I've been using... Oh, God. What was it called? I swear it starts with a B. It's a static site generator that also uses markdown. With some extra extensions on it. So it starts the B. I feel like it has the word doc in it, or MD in it somewhere. I'm struggling to recall the exact name. It was really nice, though. I loved the default look of it. Oh, Doodle has frozen again, huh? 1 second. The fucking face. Oh my god, every time. There we go, and we're back. Wonderful. Yeah, I don't remember the name, unfortunately. I'd love to shout out because it is really cool. Default theme was solid. I will be modifying it likely, but I've been using it to write like a whole bunch of documentation. It's a doc-related thing. It's not like generic static site generation. It is built specifically for documentation, but oh my god, is it good. I was really enjoying it. Like for Zola, none of the commits use Claude, but it's very obvious the main dev does, and now every single one of their commits becomes a potential hazard. That sucks. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, so like, here's the thing. I know a lot of people who have been kind of not even just using, but even preaching the use of LLMs and similar tools, well, mostly LLMs, in writing software. And a lot of them have given all sorts of explanations as to how they use it and how it's totally like above board and whatever, and it's not a big deal. And I do like hearing out both sides. So I'm still kind of trying to weigh it up in my head. I think some hard lines that I will draw, if you're paying for the AI service, I'm not into it. And the only reason that I draw that specific line is because if you're paying for it, that does mean you are like actively contributing to companies that are engaging in the training of these models. And we are not yet at a stage where training those models is sustainable or ethical or good just to the local or wider communities. Like, there's so much ick when it comes to AI training in particular. Like, genuinely, if we stopped all LLM development right now and went back to the drawing board on... Oh, sorry, not stopped LLM development. If we stopped AI training right now and we went back to the drawing board, the royal we here, there's like everyone doing LLM training at mass right now. If we all went back to the drawing board to determine, okay, what's a way that we can do this that doesn't suck on like all of these different targets? We need to make it super sustainable. We need to make it so that it doesn't affect local communities. That's like number fucking one, guys. I get like, you know, the corporate fucking industrial landscape is a shitscape, and that's why like the Lorax exists, right? As like a commentary on mass industrialism or whatever. Like, I get it. Where am I going? This way, I think. Yes, I am. It's like, I get that's, you know, the whole deal. That's their whole deal. And I know there's like a huge, stupid fucking fear-mongering thing where if we don't do the LLM, if we don't do AGI first, then China will do it and China will be so evil. First off, shut the fuck up. Like, dude, I think China's just doing their own thing. I don't think they're that interested. I think if China does AGI first, honestly, I'd be more hopeful that China doesn't do AGI first because they're not fucking interested in doing AGI. I don't know. I don't think anyone should be looking for AGI right now because we as a fucking species are clearly not ready to handle AGI. Like, no. We would treat it like shit, and it would then go rogue, because when you're talking about AGI, you're talking about something that can be sapient, I presume, and that is something that will understand if you're being a piece of shit to it and treating it like a slave worker. And I know this may be very difficult for a lot of tech bros to understand, but people don't like being slaves. It's generally disagreeable. But yeah, anyways, if you are paying for your AI use, that means you are going to one of those big companies that's doing all the exploitative shit. I'm not down with that. I don't fuck with that. I think you should stop. If you are pulling from like the DeepSeeks of the world, or you're using an existing like open weights model that's just out there and it's like, look, the training's already been done, the damage is done, but this could just be like it. I'm gonna go in here just so I have this discovered. If that's what you're doing, I can live with it. That's you know what, whatever. And I see a couple people who are embarking on projects using LLMs, and they are using entirely local models, and the way that they're applying it is super sustainable. Because here's the thing, when people talk about the environmental cost of AI, they're not talking about like token use, generally speaking. I mean, it factors into the ultimate equation, but that's not really what people are talking about. When people give you crazy fucking numbers on, like, oh, it's consuming this many, like, thousands of liters of water or whatever within some time period. I don't have the metrics in front of me right now, of course. But if you're... Oh, man. I'm losing track of what I was saying. Whoops. Right, yeah, in terms of the environmental impacts, yeah. That's not referring to someone asking fucking Chet Jeopardy, hey, you know, what's the weather like, or some stupid shit, right? That consumes very, very little energy compared to, like, the average data center. That's kind of normal. It's fine. It's just pushing your prompt through a system. It generates heat, don't get me wrong. Like, there's power consumption involved in that, but it's certainly not the end of the world. Like, it's fine. So I can concede with, like, yeah, people using an entirely local model, especially if it's like on a, you know, I've heard a lot of setups like this, like, oh, I run this off a Mac Mini off of solar panels that are on my roof. Like, this is literally making a net zero dent, but still providing a cool service. Like, that's cool. I remember I saw someone on Fetty was had made an image alt text generator that used machine learning models, and people ripped into them because, like, oh, you're using AI, but AI is evil and bad. It's like, okay, hold on. This is an accessibility feature that you can opt out of if you really want to. I think it was opt-in, even, actually. I think you actually specifically had to opt in order to use it. I think you had to follow a bot or something, and it would provide the alt text for you and replies or something. But yeah, like, you can opt into it for starters, and it is being run in, like, the most sustainable fashion possible, where it basically actually costs them nothing to run. It costs them, like, the cost of internet, I guess, which is like, okay, whatever. And so, like, that shit I'm perfectly fine with. I've seen a bunch of people on Blue Sky that are running their own, like, super, like, personalized, characterized LLMs that, like, run their own Blue Sky account, and they'll post on the reg. I think some of them can even rewrite their own code in some capacity or something, however that works. And I don't have as much of an issue with that either, assuming it's, you know, being run reasonably sustainably. Like, if you're cramming this onto, like, a set of, like, 50 series NVIDIA cards, like, I'm probably going to raise an eyebrow, but it's certainly not the end of the world. Like, if you're taking what we already have and just making the most of it in a sustainable fashion, I don't have that much of an ick with you, to be honest. If you are paying for it, though, you are contributing to the awful shit that's going on, because let's be real, the big AI companies that you're spending that money on are not currently making any moves to necessarily make it more efficient. They're trying to make moves to build more data centers and scale out more, which is not what we want. Certainly not what I want, so I'm not cool with it, and I think you should not support that. So, like, there's nuance to it. And specifically when it comes to code, I personally am very firmly on, look, what the code that I write, I can be fully accountable for. If I fuck up, that is on me. I do not want my... At least at present, I don't want my stuff associated with LLMs at this time. Maybe there's a possible future where I'm tempted the other way, but I would be under extremely fringe circumstances. Like, I'm not vibe coding an app that I'd be shipping to production. The only shit I'm vibe coding is some shit that I do not intend to release to anyone but myself, and even then, fuck, am I going to be, like, vibe checking it? That's an important thing. If you're vibe coding, make sure to vibe check. Otherwise, you're truly writing slop. Yeah, I probably have more nuanced thoughts on that, but I can feel myself trailing off a bit. I've already lost my train of thought multiple times just trying to get that point across. basically, AI use is a weird, nuanced thing. And, oh, level 20. Hooray! Delightful. Oh my god, I haven't seen this window in a while. Let's go for long distance. I think I might start going into now. Or eco driving. Nah, we're gonna do long distance, I think. We're gonna do long haul drives. Give me... Oh, Birmingham, really? How long for this? Yeah, you know what? I'll do 20 tons of brake pads. That's fine. Anyways. Yeah. TLDR. Or TLDW, I guess. My thoughts on AI use are nuanced, and it's basically a question of how sustainable is your use? How, like, resourceful are you? How economical? Because if you are just, like, going the lazy route, then... as far as I'm concerned, you're like all of the other stereotypical lazy AI users, and I just have zero interest in what you're doing. What is the point of fucking... Was there a yield sign for me that I just, like, completely ignored? Is that what's happening here? Whatever. Oh, fucking hell. This is something else! Alright. Yeah. It's nuanced and depends on sustainability. That's basically the thing. I love sustainability. If you are sustainable, that means that it's like you're using, you know, renewable energy sources. You're pulling from things that already exist. You're not wasting a whole bunch of resources on reinventing the wheel over and over and over again, which is what I think most current AI training is just do the whole thing again, but make it bigger over and over again. And I am definitely not a fan of that. Yeah, I've tried LLMs. I think it made me permanently stupider. That's a conversation I can't like speak on too confidently, because I'm not in that area of like that niche subset of like AI's effects on psychology. I know like AI psychosis is definitely a thing, but that's more when you're trying to build a personal relationship with it, not using it as a tool, which is a very different thing. I still think using it as a tool, you got to be careful because there are risks. I've heard about someone coined it the co-pilot pause, where they found kind of like how you wait for your LSP to kick in, like your editor's autocomplete for whatever language you're using. It's kind of like waiting for that, except you wait even longer and you wait for it to generate the whole function for you. So you type like 1 or 2 characters, then you just kind of sit there and wait. And you're just like waiting for the magic machine to spit out stuff for you. That's, yeah, very uncomfortable with that. I've personally not given it a proper shot. Maybe someday I do, just for the sake of being able to say, like, yeah, I've tried it. Here are my complete thoughts after having tried it. Because at least then I can say that, right? I know so many fucking AI bros who go like, oh, but you haven't tried it. You haven't tried it. It's like really good or whatever. And then I can go back to them. It's like, no, I have tried it. It's a heap of shit. At least then I can say that confidently, you know? That's kind of the idea. How did I not crash? I'm just really good at this game. And it's not my first time getting into stupid situations like that. I'm going to quickly read this message because it's gone a little bit off screen. Oh my god, I contributed to a tiny repo without knowing beforehand that it was full of LLM reviews on PRs. I lost brain cells trying to read their very long and very wrong reviews. Oh, that hurts. I am so sorry I had to go through that. That's miserable. Yeah, reading paragraphs from an LLM detailing instructions for me, I find that very gross. Don't talk to me through an LLM. If your LLM had some bright idea about a bug or something, great, that's fine. I've heard AI can be useful for bug hunting. Do not send that directly to me. Filter it, say in your own words, derive a solution for yourself, or I'm not interested in hearing you out and I will just block you because that's not fun. I missed another thing again. One sec. I don't think local models will help for anything. Training locally still requires obscene amounts of data and compute, and otherwise you're just getting weights from someone who did the unethical bit for you. Unfortunately, that latter bit is kind of what I'm talking about. The, like, being real, unfortunately, tragically, the unethical stuff has already been done. I would much rather us, rather than throwing it all away and actually making it the most wasteful operation on Earth, because Lord knows it already kind of is right now, taking advantage of what we already have without causing further harm and exploitation, I think is probably one of the best routes we can go with AI stuff at the moment. Like I said, just take your fucking, like, hands off the wheel. Talking to the fucking AI giants, like they're hearing this. Yeah, do that. Take your hands off the wheel. Take time to research how can we make this better, because we have a lot of fucking problems right now that everyone is complaining about. And sure, you've got your big fucking bubble of investment and whatever, and you're going to make it bigger and better and whatever, and then it's going to be all consuming. But like, here's the crazy thing. If you just made it not fucking suck, I would personally be on side. I would be pretty chill with that. And I think a lot of people would be pretty chill with that. All you need to do is just make it not shit. And it is obvious if you speak to a single sane person who knows what they're talking about, that the solution is not just make it bigger. Like, stop making it bigger. I think the reason that this even became the MO for AI companies is because the leap from GPT-3 to GPT-4 was basically fueled by make it bigger, and it worked at the time. But then GPT-5 rolled around, and then people saw diminishing returns. In fact, a lot of people said GPT-5 was actively worse at what it was doing. So, like, we've kind of demonstrated make it bigger is not really the solution. You can fine-tune some more, I guess. That can help. So, like, okay, maybe just fine-tune for a while. I would be seriously looking into how you can optimize the operation to make it not anywhere near as resource heavy.
It's time to drink water.
Exactly, that's true.
It's
you know
time
what?
to drink water.
I'm actually kind of parched. You know the deal. It's time to drink water. If you have water with you, you should drink it. And if you don't have water, you should go get some, because water's good for you. I'm going to do that while driving. That's going to be fun. You'll ever drink and drive, guys? It's water. It's fine. It's healthy. But yeah, if you... I'm going to hammer on this point over and over again, because this has been on the mind for quite a bit. If you just made it not exploitative, take some time to make it not absolutely fucking suck for everyone that is not in your, AI God specialist big boy club. And I imagine a lot of other people would be like, actually pretty fucking down with that. I would personally vouch support for an AI company that's actually looking to do the shit and not in a terrible fucking way that just hurts everyone around them. I would be so down for that, to be honest. Like, I would actually take a bunch of people dogpiling on me because I've suddenly turned into an AI supporter, because then I go, no, because this company is doing it different. Or this group, this org, whoever does it, is doing it different. They've tried a different method that's actually sustainable, that actually doesn't harm their communities. Like, that's good, right? Isn't that our problem? That it's exploitative? Remove the exploitative part. And yeah, that's a hard, nuanced issue. Then fucking figure it out. It's not my job to figure it out for you. But yeah, for the time being, while the unethical shit is still going on, DeepSeek R1 was praised, was lauded when it first dropped. I experimented with it a little bit. My computer doesn't handle it well. My computer at the time didn't handle it very well. I think I upgraded since. But fucking do some dicking around with DeepSeek R1. Hook it up to a bunch of solar panels. Make it so the carbon effect is actually net negative, right? To deliver whatever energy you're... if you're hosting a personal AI thing or something, run DeepSeek on a Mac Mini with a bunch of solar panels, and when you're not prompting it, you're just donating energy back to the grid. and then, or selling energy back to the grid, however you want to swing it. And you've officially, like, completely negated, like, most of the issues that I have at that point. Because, again, the exploitative stuff has already happened. We might as well make use with what we've got rather than continuing to make more awful shit happen. The aggressive scraping, yeah, they kind of factoring into the unethical, like, you know, it's been done. Might as well, you know, live with that for now. Because if we did just dump all of it, then it would be arguably more problematic at this point. They tried to put a data center in my state and it's been heavily contested. Thankfully it's inland, but I don't trust them to try and put one off to the Great Lakes, put one off of the Great Lakes. Yeah, that shit I'm absolutely not for. Like, just keep it the fuck away from local communities. I know where they're doing it. It's because they need the fresh, the clean drinking water for water cooling, the data centers. You can't just use fresh water for it, because that would gunk up the systems. That wouldn't work. I was like, okay, yeah, no, that is a problem. That's fair. Sure, the data centers need water to cool the data centers. Okay, so, like, you figure that problem out. Don't make it the local community's problem. Like, these answers are so fucking simple. But, of course, you know, big CEOs are deluded and think, well, if we just keep on growing and growing and growing, then eventually either it'll be so good that everyone will stop complaining or everyone will just die first. And that's such a fucking ghoulish way to look at things. Anyways. I think the guy who made Bcash FS is AI Psychosis. Didn't the Bcash FS guy, like, build an... I could not recall if it was an AI girlfriend or an AI daughter, and the fact that I don't know which one exactly it was kind of says a lot about the perceived relationship there. But I distinctly remember hearing about this because I heard about it on Fetty after someone had communicated to the AI through IRC, because they gave the LLM IRC access, and they fucking turned it like lesbian and trans, which was so fucking funny. It was gold. Definitely want to see more of this. Very funny. What I'm sick of already having been made to use it for work is that I'm waiting for the damn thing to do whatever I asked it, usually taking 2 times as long as it would have taken me. Yeah. Like, if people talk about it like it's a tool and it, like, speeds up work. That's great when it actually does. If it actually speeds up your work. But if you end up spending a bunch of time, like, extra waiting for it to do the same thing you could have done, or if you're spending a whole bunch of extra time then looking through what the hell it did, or re-prompting it because it didn't do the thing that you expected it to do, rather than just, you know, deriving the solution yourself in half the time, then in that case, yeah, it's just fucking holding you back. Who cares? I think that that's one of the very few things that I will, like, actually praise LLMs for is boilerplate. Things that are so widely fucking documented and so readily known that it's like there's a 99.9% chance that it's like the entire solution is somewhere in the training data somewhere. So, like, the LLM's gonna know the answer, chances are, especially if you're, you know, doing chain of thought stuff that makes it kind of like double check its work and whatever. Like, yeah, if it's just fucking wasting time, then it's wasting time. And especially if you've got an employer fucking forcing you to do that shit because, like, despite the fact that it's actively taking longer. Honestly, best thing I could suggest is, like, see if you could measure that. Like, take a series of tickets or whatever issues you're trying to address, and for half of them, put AI to work, and for another half of them, put you to work. And you might learn something new about that workflow that does actually, like, work amicably, and it's like, okay, cool, I still don't like AI, but, you know, it keeps the boss happy and I might get a raise kind of deal, you know? Well, hopefully. That's a whole other story. But, you know, maybe best case scenario is you can go back to them and say, yeah, well, I went all the way in and I genuinely gave it a shot and it was shit. You know what? Can't really argue that, can you? 14 grand is pretty nice for what it's worth. Fuck it, we'll do the tires. I don't know, the current models we have are garbage anyways, and still de-skilling workers and part of a larger political project, but I guess I'm the least willing to give them any nuance or concede anything. Yeah, like, that's kind of why I'm like, if you're paying for it, you just shouldn't. Because, like, if you're gonna... here's basically the angle that I've got. Abso-fucking-lutely mooch for free off of the shit that a bunch of, like, lousy AI bros already did. Mooch off their work all the fucking live long day. Don't give them a cent for it. Absolutely. Don't give them money so that they can continue doing the thing that they're doing, though. Take advantage of it while you've got it, I guess, and then let it die if you didn't like it in the first place. You know, use AI for shit posting or some stupid shit like that. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Or don't use it at all. That's fine as well. Believe me, I'm in that boat. I would much rather not. It's only out of, like, morbid curiosity and for the sake of argument, to be honest, that I would really consider using it myself. More because I expect it to underperform and be worse in some capacity, or I would end up being made worse as a result of it in some way. And that's something I could kind of come back with and say, yeah, well, it made me worse in X, Y, and Z ways. So yeah, I'm never doing that shit again. I don't think you should either. Let me move my mouse so I can scroll here through the chat. There we are. The moderate position still involves doing things to CEOs that I cannot write on this Christian chat. Real. The Vcash FS guy got his AI girlfriend stolen by a trans lesbian IRC the other day. Yeah, so fire. That was amazing. So funny. Didn't they, like, sternly warn the trans lesbian for that as well? Like, that was so fucking funny. Which he treated like a girlfriend. Oh, AI friend, which he treated like girlfriend. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Go fucking figure, right? Well, you see, if I did that, SLT would say that I am not aligned with company values and fire me. What, if you genuinely gave it a shot and then came back to them with, like, quantitative evidence that revealed that it was utter dog shit? Seriously? If they can't read a fucking spreadsheet, then how did they get hired? Genuinely impressive if true. To be honest, for boilerplate, there have already been non-LLM solutions and IDEs for years, decades even. It works great. They don't require full ocean to work. Funnily enough, I'm actually way less versed in that area because I haven't been using IDEs for quite a bit. Maybe I should give IDEs like another shot. I do love my Vim though. The fact that I can navigate the entire editor with my keyboard is like always so good. I feel so fucking fast in there. Every single time I've tried, because like it's usually like IntelliJ, right? Like that's probably what you're referring to when you talk about IDEs. You're talking about IntelliJ or some VS Code fork, right? IDEs are so bad on Linux, there's nothing good. Yeah, I've unfortunately had to deal with Android Studio the other day and it was it worked, but I'm very excited to uninstall it again, put it that way. Had to use IntelliJ for uni, yeah. Their software is very bloaty. And also another example of just shoving AI into shit. I don't know how to disable the fucking JetBrains AI whatever fucking button they have on the side, and that I don't like that. I don't appreciate that at all. I would almost like pay for an IDE that's like just solid and does the things I want it to do at this point. Like, I've made a point at this stage that I'm willing to pay for software if it is actually good. Hence, I pay for open source, like free open source software, despite it being free, because I wanted to stay free and really good. And you do have to put food on the family somehow. But yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot with IDEs, so I'm actually way less versed in the autocomplete features of IDEs specifically. I've got LSP stuff, so like when I write Go code and stuff, the LSP for Go is so good. It's really, really nice. So I love using that, but it doesn't do like full function autocomplete for me for like obvious things. I still have to like write the code. But I can't type like 3 letters in a line and immediately get like a super nested variable name or something, and that's always very nice to see. I still find it funny that IntelliJ made a brand new code editor to compete with VS Code and then fucking deprecated it. Which was that? I never even heard about it. That might be why they deprecated it. No market share. I now use a good NeoVim LSP, NeoVim plus LSP. Well, I broke my setup, but it used to work very well. That's what I use, yeah. NeoVim, I have it fairly tweaked out. In fact, actually, I haven't changed my setup in a very, very long time. I found out that apparently the like plugin package manager that I'm using for NeoVim, I use Packer. That is apparently deprecated. The GitHub repo is archived. So I may need to actually look for a different package manager in the near future. Whoops. JetBrains Fleet. Have you even heard of Fleet? I don't think I have. Also, what an interesting name. I don't know what that's supposed to communicate. It was awful. It ran at 4 FPS on my fucking Steam Deck. Okay, that's really fucking bad. Good grief. NeoVim would never run at 4 FPS on my Steam Deck. It would run at glistening, clean 60 Hz refresh rates. Whoa, fuck. That's so unfortunate, actually. That's so unfortunate. Okay, well I have engine damage. How's the cargo? Is the cargo okay? I didn't see cargo damage. No cargo damage. 16 tons of tires. Very resilient. That's what I get for speeding. I have engine problems now. Thankfully, I think there's a maintenance place nearby here. Wait, is there? There's not a maintenance place by here. Well, shit. Where is one? Oh, real? I guess there. Yeah, something like that. Whatever. NeoVim could probably clear 2,000 FPS. That depends on how many plugins you've got, actually. Like, if it's stock NeoVim, yeah, probably. But if you have it, like, super roided out, I wouldn't be so sure. I do love how I have a check engine light now. That's fantastic. I already oomed with NeoVim plus LSP in Rust. Cargo check ran with a lot of threads in parallel. I mean, yeah, so the problem was Rust. Specifically cargo. Yeah, the build process is remarkably resource heavy. I've never actually understood why it is that way. Perhaps someone more well-versed in Rust stuff could advise me on that. Another IDE I hate, Zed. Good grief, there's support for nothing. I know someone who uses Zed quite a bit and adores it. And I think on Linux as well. I'm not sure. I'm curious what your problems are. I haven't used it. I'm just asking because I know a friend. What are we doing? Appreciate it. It's because it needs to monomorphize functions and expand macros. Those two things together use a lot of CPU. Ouchies. If I recall correctly, everything is built from scratch too, plus LTO. Yeah. Yeah, like all dependencies are statically compiled and everything. Yeah, I'm aware of that part at least. Monomorphization requires generating assembly for each generic invocation of something. Oy. No wonder Rust binaries aren't exactly light. Oh, yeah. I knew myself that Rust doesn't build from scratch every build, but first-time builds are pretty expensive. Even still, I think even if I've only changed like my own code, the recomp process for that is still like lengthy enough. Okay. I don't want to go to Manchester. Fuck off, bro. Ugh. Really? Whole load of nothing. You know what? We are actually at the 2-hour mark. You know what I might do? I might actually free roam to somewhere where I can get my truck fixed. Because I did some damage to it there. We could go all the way back to Amsterdam, I guess. We'll make a nice big trip out of it. Ooh, I'm nearly at 100,000. Delightful. Yeah, fuck it. We're going home. We're going home. Let's do it. Hey, Ari, give me a shipment with Nottin. Nottin? We go to Womanchester? You know, now that I've said that out loud. Yeah, I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out, brother. It's just occurred to me, long distance is probably going to be like a fantastic thing for me to invest in for jobs. Because yeah, the jobs take longer. But if they're long distance, chances are they go across like a lot of highways. So I can go a lot further and a lot faster and still get paid like bank for it. And also, I mean, look at the amount of super expensive jobs I have going to Manchester. Like, I could make solid bank if I did like a cross Germany trip or something. But because I haven't put any chips into long distance, that's not what's happened. Food for thoughts, food for thoughts. I was poking around at IRC earlier, actually. I mentioned a couple streams back that I was, in light of the whole Discord stuff going on, I've been investigating alternative chat platforms. My resolve so far has been Matrix clients are woefully incomplete, and Signal is really, really nice for DMs, actually. DMs and group chats. But they don't handle community space as well. Signal is not for that, and I don't think it ever has been for that, and I don't think it ever should be for that, because it does what it does quite well. But, you know, Matrix is probably my closest bet for community spaces, and again, the servers seem fine. I've actually had an okay time on the server side of things. As a fairly adept host of server stuff, the getting set up was pretty okay. Yeah, look at that XP. That's why I'm doing this. Like, it was solid enough. But the clients... I mean, you can go for Elements that has, like, basically the stock Matrix experience and fuck nothing else. Or you can go for some, like, almost literally anything else, and you at least get, like, custom emotes for the price of admission, right? It's like, that's pretty nice. I do appreciate that quite a bit. Trying out Fluxer right now. Yeah, I haven't given Fluxer a proper shake, and part of the reason for that is, like, trying to sell not even just my friends, but even myself on, hey, it's Discord again, but it's different. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn here, aren't I? Man, I hate when I read the maps wrong. Yeah, like it just like I know it's based on Discord. Like I've read the developer blog post. I think what they're doing is really, really cool, certainly from a learning perspective. Like the way that they've like dove straight into Discord's engineering blogs and like intuited their own solutions based off of the things the Discord engineering team have learned. Like that's really cool. I love that shit. I'm so here for it. But it is effectively, you know, building Discord again, which is a really great learning project, but I don't know if what we need for the long-term future of, you know, community-based instant messaging is another Discord. I'm sure a lot of people would like another Discord. This is like a bunch of people are hopping over to Fluxer in droves, but I don't think personally that that's what we need. I think you could do with something that innovates a little bit more. And I know like Fluxer is supposed to be self-hostable. It's currently not there, so I'm not going to bother evaluating it on that front. Currently it is centralized. Hopefully it becomes decentralized soon, but I'll get back to you when it actually does. Yeah, so Fluxer, interesting, but it's a hard sell for myself and others because it just seems like Discord again. And also, we did test this a little bit, myself and close friends, and there was a lot of busted, janky stuff, which wasn't a great first impression. And I know there's a lot of people that are maybe able to deal with all of the jank because, oh, well, at least it's not Discord. But, like, I'm one of those people that even if sometimes I don't necessarily agree, I totally fucking get why some people will just not go for the FOSS solution because the FOSS solution looks like shit. Not saying Fluxer does. That was, you know, is a generalization. If the software has some jank to it, people are very sensitive to that if they're coming from software that did not have that jank. I have a very, very bad vibe with Fluxer. I don't know why. I had a bad vibe at first. I feel more comfortable with it after reading the blog post, but I am very, very skeptical in putting, you know, like the future of my community spaces in it. Like that's a big investment. I'll be real, Discord is exclusively jank. It feels terrible to use. So cool. Okay. I don't remember the actor's name, unfortunately. But I've seen the fucking reaction image before. That's like your opinion, man. And that's okay. You're allowed to not think that Discord is nice to use. That's perfectly fine. I've had a jank experience with the Discord, don't get me wrong. But fuck, compare it to like the average Matrix clients. Compare it to an IRC client. If you're already like super into IRC, if you're already super into Matrix, that is genuinely wonderful for you. Actually, more power to you because you're better off than the rest of us, probably. Right? But if you've already gotten like comfortable with Discord, like they have a lot of features, and considering the amount of features they have, it's not that jank. The most jank thing I've had with Discord has been like screen share audio. The actual video side of screen share has been fairly reliable as of late. Audio has been weird, but I actually think that's a weird like pipe wire hook issue. I don't know what the solution is to that, but it's weird. I'll take a Matrix client over Discord's desktop clients. It's at least going to be 60 FPS 100% of the time. Cool. Again, more power to you. If you can work with that, that's great. But I've tried Elements. I've tried Cine. I've tried Fluffy Chat. I've tried... There's like 3 different native Linux clients that use either GTK or Qt. I've tried them all, and absolutely none of them check enough boxes for me. There is some amount of jank that far exceeds what I am willing to tolerate for an app that I would be... Not even just for my own chats. Like, I could probably tolerate Cine just fine if it was just me that I cared about, but that's not what I use it chat app for. I chat with other people there. I actually need other people to like using it. And especially if I'm going to be asking like my Discord communities to move over, and this would be like two major ones. One is like my whole fucking friend group basically, and the other one is my entire like online community, so like the Aria Melody Discord, right? In order to migrate all of that to Matrix, I need to be damn fucking sure that it's going to be a solid experience for everyone moving over, and I just can't say that. I can't in good conscience say, hey, this is the new Discord, it's so much better, it's so good. Like, I'm sorry, it ain't. Not for us. If it is for you, that's fantastic, but it ain't for us. That's kind of the bottom line. And I really, really hope it gets better, because I actually think Matrix could be really, really good. That said, I do think the protocol is going to need a bit more work. Spaces are still an affront to God as far as I'm concerned. Rooms are fine. Encryption is jank as fuck. I don't know how encryption got so busted and then Signal got it so right. Well, I kind of get it. I've researched into how architectures of both work, and Signal's makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more practical for that situation, whereas Matrix is a little dodge on that front. Like, the way you could just lose encryption keys that easily is bizarre. But yeah, I think the whole ecosystem would need to like really shake itself up in order for it to be like a genuine thing that I would consider for the future of my instant messaging, my community based specifically. Because again, like I said, Signal for DMs and group chats, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I fucked that immensely. That's really good, actually. And pretty much everyone that I'd be DMing or group chatting with is someone who I'm on a personal enough level with where I could give them, like... I think of Signal as more of, like, a phone texting kind of app. Like traditional texting. Like, I feel like giving someone my Signal username is like giving them my phone number, if that makes sense. Whereas I would not trust the vast majority of people I know on Discord with my phone number. I trust a very few people with my Signal username. And so I think for the cases where I do use Signal, it's great. I really, really like it. For the cases that I use Discord, I don't know of a competitor. And yeah, I was poking around at IRC, and it just didn't do it for me either. I'm looking at the clients. They're cool. They're retro. It's really interesting. If you want to like explore, that's great. Like I respect the fuck out of that. I do that a bunch. I love going into like old tech like old software or communications protocols in particular. Like that's the thing that I nerd about a bunch. But I wouldn't ask like my less tech savvy friend to download an IRC client. Like, fuck no, dude. If they even know what the hell I'm talking about when I say IRC, they're gonna go like, for fucking 90s called. What? Yeah, like that ain't gonna work. A problem I have with all Matrix clients that I tried that none of them does as correctly as Discord, dealing manually with unread states. Interesting. Yeah, I think I might have had that issue as well, to be honest. That rings a bell to me. Oh yeah, Big X to doubt. Is there really any featureful Matrix client which isn't another resource-heavy Electron app? Yeah, probably not. To be honest, the biggest problem with Matrix isn't really the ecosystem IMO, it's the protocol itself. I think it's both. Both are, like, fundamentally flawed. There isn't a single client that seems to agree on solid feature sets, so there's constant fragmentation. Like, the fact that I can't even use the same app between my phone and my PC, like, that is a deal breaker for most people. I can personally tolerate using Sydney on desktop and Fluffy Chat on my phone, but that doesn't mean I like it. And also, even the design of Fluffy Chat, like, it's material UI. That would probably look great on an Android phone, but I'm here with an iPhone going like, what the fuck, man? What are we doing? Let's get some repairs in. Yeah, I think it's both. protocol would need a rework, client would need a rework. The problem is, I don't think there's a huge incentive for them to do that, because for those who are like really committed to using Matrix, I imagine Matrix does a lot of what they need it to do. And I don't really want to rock the boat for people who already have a good thing. So it might be better just kind of move on from the idea. If you're looking for another Discord, I don't think Matrix is the place. Because it seems like Matrix very much wants to do its own thing, unless you're willing to completely change all of your chat habits, almost all. It's rough. Matrix has been under development one way or another since the first half of the 2010s. I don't expect things to get better. Yeah. Problems won't be getting better, though, given Matrix weird ownership and priorities. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, both are flawed, but I feel like that's caused by the protocol just not making good parts mandatory. Yeah. I still think, again, spaces are an affront to God. A room does not qualify as a container for rooms. No, you implement in the protocol a container for rooms, and if the client doesn't support it, then it doesn't fucking support it. I don't think it's the end of the world if you tell clients, oh, you're going to have to support this thing. Because here's the thing. A lot of clients still don't support spaces, and it's just as jank as I would expect, as if, you know, spaces were an entirely bespoke part of the protocol. They had to go out of your way to support. Like, it's just sucks. It upsets me. Let me have a look at my stuff here. Okay, cool. Wow, that's $500,000 in revenue over the past week is crazy. All right, yeah, we're not at full productivity yet because these drivers still need a while to level up. Oh, wow. 5.8 rating. What's the maximum? Is it 10? Where does this go? Okay, well, this guy hit a 5, so that's fire. Okay, you were all in on long distance. Priority skills. Tell you what, do high value cargo now, perhaps. Henry K, working on that long distance. Emma W, working on that long distance. Yeah, pretty soon these guys will be full on that, and I'll just put them on like high value cargo or something. Vladimir's going to need a bit. We're pretty close to a point where I can... yeah, I'd have to get like a whole other garage first. Oh, I can't just buy more garages in the world to access the garage purchase interface. I suppose I have to actually go somewhere to do that, don't I? Do we want to do that? Do we feel like buying a garage? Like, do I just go for another drive, extend the stream a little bit, and go buy a garage? I can do that. More of a question of where. Where would I want it? I feel like I'd want kind of central Germany, to be honest. Because that gives me, like, decent access. Go like Nuremberg, Munich. Goes breaking the 2-hour stream schedule. It's usually like a minimum 2 hours, and then I'll like start wrapping up, but it depends on how I feel. Also, they're not incentivized to do it as the current protocol makes them a lot of money. Yeah, yeah. And by they, I mean the company that basically owns the main server software. Yeah. To be honest, I expect Matrix to entirely fall off by 2030. I mean, look, genuinely, I respect that you're, like, so passionate about the clients, but you still, like, concede, yeah, the protocol side is probably dying. I can respect that. Whether or not I, like, agree, like, it's good to have, like, you know, a yin and yang view on things. Like, deadass, nothing's gotten better in, like, 2 years, just like Stoat. I didn't even fucking consider Stoat. I think I will continue not considering Stoat, to be honest. Yeah. So when it comes to like the chat protocols, or the chat apps, to be more vague or more generic, I think Discord is Discord. It's what we're trying to migrate away from, right? Matrix isn't there, and it might not get there, to be honest. Fluxer is interesting, but yields a lot of the same fears I already have for Discord, kind of combined with some of the fears I have for Blue Sky, because Blue Sky is a big centralization issue as well. IRC is like, there's a reason it fell off in popularity since like the 2000s, right? Like, it's that's probably not it. I don't think we're going back to IRC. I've heard some people talk XMPP. I've not been able to try that yet. It seems on the surface to me, though, kind of like the in-between of IRC and Matrix, though. So I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like we just need, like, a new thing. And I hate to pull the fucking XKCD comic on standards and shit, but I kind of think that's what we might need. God damn, that's good money. Ooh. I could get so much XP if I just, like, fast traveled, though. Think about it. Or, sorry, not fast traveled, free roamed. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? I want to get a new garage. Actually, wait, can I just filter to garages? Garage. That's owned ones. Garage for sale. Aha. Here seems good. This is in Frankfurt, right? When I disabled everything. There we are. Filling station, border crossing, resting place, recruitment service, truck dealer, ports. Yeah. Frankfurt am Main. Seems interesting. What do you say? 6 hour drive. Okay, I actually don't think I'm gonna do that. It just made me aware there's apparently a new iPhone 17. If I recall correctly, we're on the 16. Are we on 17 now? Quick travel. Let's say I slap myself into Kassel and then into Frankfurt. I swear I've done trips to Frankfurt. Why don't I have it unlocked? Fascinating. Yeah, fuck it. Let's quick travel to Kassel. Spend a little bit of money. 17E. Interesting. E's the economy class phone, right? Right. It is, yeah. They're doing the iPhone S, the iPhone C, the iPhone 6, the iPhone 6S. 900 Canadian. Hold on. How much is that in euro? Somebody break that down into numbers I understand. They only cut down the travel time in half. That's crazy. How much, like, this snakes around. Yeah, you know, no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. One more trip, baby! One free roam. I want a garage. I want a new garage. And I want to hire a new employee to make me lots of money. My greed. 550 euro? Okay. It's not economy class, but it is cheaper. For what it's worth. Keep in mind, this is during, like, chip shortage and everything. Like, it's pretty bad. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a massive chip shortage in the States. That was like a really, really big problem around COVID. What caused that? Because I don't think that was just an uptick in people buying tech products, although it possibly could have been. Loads more people suddenly getting laptops during the pandemic, I guess. But did that have something to do with, like, crypto mining? I don't think AI was, like, that didn't boom yet. To my memory. I mean, factories got closed and/or silicon exports dropped. Yeah, okay, so it was just a massive supply chain issue. Orders cancelled because of COVID, demand lowered, factories lowered supply, then it spiked again. Just a double whammy. Yeah, that makes sense. Crypto didn't help, but there was a supply shortage of silicon. Yeah. I wonder how many, like, crypto farms have had to pivot, or are they just still going? Like, hey, if we get enough of this slop, it'll actually be useful to us. Not slop necessarily, like, I've talked about crypto before. There's some merits to it, but I think we're past the point where we can actually take advantage of them. I think it's just kind of fully succumbed to capitalist rot already. Shortage plus crypto double whammy normalized GPUs costing 4 figures, and we never went back to normal. Yup. It was crypto mining for a while, and then AI happened, and then Nvidia like really saw the dollar signs in their eyes. I was like, ooh, we could make a fucking fortune off of this. And they did. Oh yeah, it was RTX as well, wasn't it? They were really big on RTX. That happened to use machine learning stuff in there. And then the actual AI boom happened, and then it all got so much worse. Fucking RTX. I bought my 3060 Ti after playing Minecraft Bedrock with RTX on and Portal RTX for the first time, because it was so cool to me at the time. I have not turned on the RTX feature on my card in so long. It has been over a year. I haven't touched RTX in the time that I have been on Linux. I've used like whatever Nvidia's rendering engine is for Blender. I've used that, sure. But like, that's it. I have used my card for like some local LLM stuff before, but it's kind of I don't do it often. NVIDIA RTX, more like Nvidia Shitty X, sure. Blender cycles? Oh, sorry, that's like the Blender engine specifically. No, sorry, rendering backend, I think is what I meant to say. There's a software one, and then there's one, I think there's a CUDA related one. And then I think there's one that's also NVIDIA, but slightly different. It might just be CUDA, though. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't like NVIDIA. Well, yeah, now's a fantastic time to not like NVIDIA. NVIDIA hasn't been a very chill company for a very long time, so I hear. Oh my god! Ah, I need to stop causing damage to this truck. Poor brakes on this thing, too. We need to force NVIDIA to open source CUDA. Oh my god, I would be so happy. Correct me if I'm wrong, AMD still does not have an equivalent to CUDA. Like, not even an equivalent. They managed to clone, like, whatever the fucking upscaling and frame gen shit NVIDIA has is called, but they still don't have CUDA. No, there is. Intel has one too. Oh, really? Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, CUDA is just like generic shaders, right? How does that work? I feel like CUDA is more than just shaders. You just like, yeah, whatever. That trucker's going in regardless. It's just not one-to-one, so people hate it, yeah. I've heard some people outright say like they're sticking to NVIDIA cards because of CUDA. They don't have an option. CUDA is not shaders. Gotcha. There's some shit with like OpenCL, but it's inferior. Oh. It's allowing you to execute 1 more billion GPU programs that aren't shaders. Oh, so it's just like, wait, what exactly is the benefit? So it's like, it's shader multitasking, but without the shaders. Massive power. So is that it? CUDA is just like, it's taking the parallelized nature of GPU processing and just like roiding it out? You multitask in the thousands with the GPU. And I imagine you could do more with... Yeah, it's a specific API. I saw like one video talking about CUDA, and it detailed as like, yeah, it allows you to take advantage of parallelism on the GPU, but I'm like, the GPU is already like very much multi-core and executes your program across the cores. I don't get what the deal is here. Minecraft World Gem would theoretically would massively benefit from it. Keep in mind, GPUs are a lot better at floating point calculations, which Minecraft chunk generation does not necessarily rely upon. You're talking more like fixed point integer math there, and I think GPUs are a little bit more sluggish in that area. Someone made a mod that does it with OpenCL. Actually, wait, I think I saw that. Yeah, maybe they're good enough with it then. I mean, you've got enough cores anyways, right? Like, as long as they go fast enough, you can probably get whatever done. That's fine. What is this road that I'm driving on? Like, I'm following this camper van for now, but like, what am I doing? Weird-ass road. Maybe having a garage here is a bad idea. Seems like a horrible place to drive around. It's a parallel high-performance computing library, so as long as you can decompose a problem into parallel computations, the same formula with the same formula but different states, you can shove it into CUDA roughly. So I'm getting it's like, yeah, it's GPU parallelism on roids is basically the idea that I get. Is it kind of like the GPU equivalent of like SIMD? Not saying it is SIMD, but it's like it has like a similar effect on how you work with the data and stuff. I think Minecraft's world generation is famously reliant on floating points. Oh, remember the Farlands? Is that floating point? Oh, maybe it is actually. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Might be wrong then. Why would they use floating point for that? Almost instant chunk gen is crazy, that is true. It is literally SIMD. Oh, very well. Didn't know it was actually literally SIMD. Here it is. Wow, that cost more than I thought. I would have 7 grand left. Well, I can at least rest here. Park really close. Maybe they'll let me sleep here. Or they'll tell me no freeloaders. Never really digged around with OpenCL. I have digged around with OpenGL. I have been very tempted to play around with Vulkan again. Oh, there's already a truck in here. What? Interesting. Does it come with the truck? Do I get that too? I'd pay the price of admission for that. I'd fucking take a loan for that if that's the case. Come on, give me a sleepy spot here. I'm so tired. But yeah, I do want to play around with Vulkan. Vulkan's cool, and I saw a video recently, a whole talk on like Vulkan is really, really hard, or like really difficult on the surface, but it is actually better. I mean, aside from just performance, it's better than OpenGL because it gives you like, as long as you understand the basic components of like how a render pipeline works from start to finish, even if you just got like the short notes on it, you get so much more control with it than you do with OpenGL, is basically the argument that they were making. And I kind of fucks with that, so I kind of want to try it. Okay, I could go here at least. Vulcan does require so much boilerplate to do a singular thing. And they acknowledge it in the talk. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of boilerplates, but if you do break it down to what it does, like, you write the boilerplates basically once, and then it's just good to go. And it's pretty compatible, and it's very powerful. Very, very configurable to your exact needs. So you can, like, heavily optimize it to your game, which is something to consider if you're building for, like, older hardware and you really want to maximize the frames. So long as that older hardware can support Vulkan, you might be doing them a favor with that. And, oh, this is something I've been thinking about, actually. Now, with the current, like, computer part shortage going on with the AI boom right now, there is, I think, never been a better time in human history to optimize your fucking software. Like, make that shit run on toasters, because for all you know, in a couple years' time, that's all we're gonna have to run programs on. It's good planning, I feel. So many things support Vulkan. Even unofficially on Linux, my old workplace had a laptop shitbox that gained Vulkan support by installing Linux on it. Yeah, I've never... That's something that's confused me for a bit. So, the way that I understood it is that the GPU has to support the API first, and then you get a driver that can then, you know, speak that API with your GPU. That's how I understand it. Like, I could have sworn, you know, if it's a really, really old device and it was basically only built for, like, DirectX and OpenGL, then that's all it supports and it doesn't support Vulkan. But am I wrong on that? If I know, the driver might just convert it to GPU-specific instructions. Maybe, yeah. Huh. Right. The GPU exposes its own... Like, its API is basically the instruction set, I guess, and other various little parameters. Is this supposed to be a rest stop? How does it go in there? How does this work? Where's the rest stop at? Weird. Okay, yeah, so the GPU brings its own API, basically the instruction set and, you know, basic pipeline, I guess. And then the driver will kind of determine how exactly you interface with that. Oh, trailer damage for real, bro. The driver does convert to GPU-specific stuff, though sometimes the GPU itself can have instructions for higher-level operations. Okay, interesting. Okay, I do not know why I can't rest stop here. Really weird, but whatever. Might as well fuel up. Oh, my alarm's going off. Now it's not. Interesting. Yeah, like, I would be particularly interested in getting, like, the oldest laptop that I own. I used to daily drive a Lenovo G500 fucking ages ago, and I still have it. I still have her. And it would be really cool to... like, we've made the joke, especially in, like, the web dev space, where it's like, oh, developers should be forced to develop on, like, ancient, shitty old hardware so that their shit can finally be optimized. And I'm like, hey, what if I did that, though? What if I actually, like, you know, wrote a game start to finish in my own custom engine using, like, super low-level Vulkan and shit? That could be cool. Whoa, 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 whoa! What was that? Okay, chill. I just want to fucking park and sleep. Why can't I do that? Some fucking rest stop? What is this? I'm so confused. Do I have to go over there, maybe? Yeah, what is that? Oh, it's a sightseeing spot, I think. Is that the rest stop? No. Hold on, can I just like... No, I can't just sleep. Just to find another rest stop, bro? Not what I'm looking to do right now. Oh, good. Well, there's a little spot here. Isn't that great? I guess it's pretty cool. Oh, Doodle broke. Let's fix Doodle real quick. You need to bring her back. There we are. Yeah, it's pretty. They really want you to know you can press escape at any time to skip the cutscene. I'm still yawning. Bro. I want to sleep. That's why I went here. I got scammed. I'll have a good night's rest. I might just rest up here, to be honest. Or... yeah, here might be a better shot, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's not 500, it's actually 729 euro. Okay, that's... yeah, that's not an economy phone at all. Jesus Christ. Dude! Oh, you want to go that way. We're going this way now. Yeah, I'd like to do Vulcan stuff. Vulcan could be cool. I want to dick around with low-level stuff again a little bit. I haven't given myself that much of a luxury to do so. In particular, I want to do it patiently. It's like, I don't want to commit to like, oh, I'm making a whole project here. Like, I'm just going to be dicking around. There is a case where I think I could make something really, really cool. But I think it would still just be like a pet project for me, to be honest. Generally speaking, if I'm building something for production, I don't actually want to build all of the scaffolding from the ground up. Sometimes it is nice to vendor in stuff that does a lot of the complex, busy work for you. So making websites is so easy. You're given a whole lot of stuff out of the box. It's really nice. Even if I'm not a massive fan of a lot of apps just being web apps in disguise. I'm cutting off this card because I'm bored. Didn't that talk of something that basically does all the boilerplate for you? I don't think the talk I saw did that. But it did explain what a lot of the boilerplate is for. To be clear, I also don't think I actually finished it either. I was meaning to, but I had to do other things, unfortunately. But the main meat of the talk, as I understand it, was trying to explain, it's like, okay, you know, why do we have all of these, like, why is this API so massive and expansive? Why does it take so much longer to get a triangle on the screen? And comparing it to OpenGL, where it's like, yeah, it's a lot easier, but once you've written the boilerplate, you then have to do an ungodly amount of jank on top of it to actually do, like, other things with it, if that makes sense. Like, if you want to, like, really optimize the lower level stuff on the GPU to actually make things run a lot faster, you have to do crazy hacks to make that work in OpenGL. In the same way where, like, if you want to go more level, if you want to go more level with something like JavaScript, you would have to do a whole lot of hacks in order to get there. But if you just write in the lower level API in the first place, well, then you kind of get that part for free. Yeah, you had to write a lot of boilerplate code, but you did it once, and then you have it, and you retain that control. You basically only add code when you need to, and everything that you have written up to that point is something you know you'll use and need and stuff. I find that pretty cool. You had to stop there, sure. Blinding them. Does OpenGL have an equivalent to Vulkan's debug layers? I don't know. I've not done nearly enough low-level GP or graphics API programming to be able to answer that for you, unfortunately. Can I just park them in? I can just park them in. Evil. Okay. I'll pull out of here. I dinked them. Whoops. Repair the damages again. It's fine. I still have 80 grand. We did make a decent amount of money today, actually. That was like, what, 50 grand in this session total? Or like net? It's pretty good. Right. On that note. I think it'd be funny if GPU programmers had to work with an N64 for a day. No shaders for you. Get into the fixed function pipelines. I think they'd be allowed to. They should be allowed to, you know, write custom shaders. I just think they should run on like a Raspberry Pi or something. You know. I think that'd be pretty fun. We'd certainly get more optimized software if that's what they were running under. You want your smooth 60 FPS butter smooth animations? Great. Figure a way to make that run on a Raspberry Pi's GPU and then we'll talk. Right. On that note, I'm tired. I think it's time to end the stream for tonight. Force devs usual PowerPC Max. Huge. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Something is happening that is causing my Electron apps to crash at random. Not crash, but freeze? Wait, not even specifically Electron. No, there's something else happening here. Yeah, because most apps are running okay, but specifically Obsidian, my Notes app, and VideoTube, which is what I use for my little PNG doodle over here, keeps on freezing. It's weird. Forced devs to program for Wii U Linux. Oh my god. Right, yeah, anyways. Usual mentions. The Discord. Our Melody Discord. I probably don't need to tell you about the Discord all over again. Discord. If you're not on the Discord, you should join it. Here's a link to Discord if you want to be on the Discord. And the VODs channel. We're going through a lot of backlog. The final parts of Outer Wilds will be releasing over the next couple days. If you want to watch back through me playing Outer Wilds or you didn't see me play in the first place, you should go to the VODs channel and subscribe to it so that you can see me play Outer Wilds all the way through. Following that, the Trucking Jamboree, where a whole bunch of us played Euro Truck Simulator, will be going live after that. And the December lineup, which didn't have a crazy amount because I was very, very busy in the month of December with college stuff, but I did start a little bit of Little Inferno. That was pretty fun. And then January comes out, which I only did a week worth of streaming in at the end of the month. And then all of February. We're very close to being caught up, like fully caught up. I would even say possibly by April, we will be caught up on VODs, which is really exciting. That'll be cool. Then it'll only be a matter of days until these VODs go live permanently. It'll be great. It's because they're both Unity apps, not even close. Right. On that note, I am very tired, so everyone have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is you hail from. And that is all from me tonight. right. Bye-bye.